stampers and crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And it is another hump day, and I have a great sketch for you. My sketch again has been supplied by realrobinstamps.com. And she just does this incredible job. I really like the way her stamps look. And I am just so ever grateful, Robin, for you allowing us to use your sketches so we can create cards. So let's get right into this. Now, everything is on here, so all the dimensions that you need. I finally got my stuff together, and everything that I did to create my cards you now know. And I will get this organized so it also goes on my blog, and it will also be on YouTube. So here we go. First card. This is my first card that I decided to do. It's a little bit different. You can see that it's been a while since I've gotten into stamping, so 4 weeks is quite a long time. But this is my card that I have, and this is the sketch. So you can see that it looks just a little bit different, but I really like the way that it turned out. And then on the inside, I just have thank you. This is so happy that you are my person, which I just thought there's so many people in my life that I could say this to. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves started. Now, a couple of things. This comes from the iridescent die. And not from the iridescent. Yes, it is. Iridescent Blooms die. So this is what it looks like in the package. All right, so it has this great die cut. The only problem is that when you die cut it, okay, all it's going to do is come out here and you're just left with a square. So you have to do something else to get the circle out. And what I used then is that I brought back in my handy dandy wonderful Deckled circle dies, and I used the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th one from the biggest, and this is the way that it was cut. All right, and all I did was put all these down, and I ran it through the Big Shot, and that's how it turned out. Okay, so that's it. And this is made from, let me get myself organized. Everything else that I did comes from this Iridescent Bloom stamp. I also, what did I do? Oh, this is the paper. And I have used this paper before. And you can see that it's the textured shimmer paper. And there are 3 different colors. There's the balmy blue, the shaded spruce, and the white. And I just use the white, and you can see how beautiful the shine is. It looks a little bit like a pearl white with a little bit of gray tones to it. So I absolutely loved it. Then I also included just the flat adhesive pearls. And I have to be back in a minute because, of course, I forgot a stamp pad. I'm working everything out for all of my stuff, so I'm a little bit all over the place. So let's get ourselves started. So I just used, you can go either way on this. I decided to just do the 4.5 by 11. And then I'm going to give it a nice little crease. So we have that. I have the seafoam, what is it? Soft seafoam that I'm going to use just as the base of my card. Then I just used, and these are just, I'm just kind of laying these out. I'm putting this about 2/3 the way to the card, and then I am using the next one, and it's coming here. I got to get this lined up. There you go. So it's about a half in the way, and then my last one that I am using is to the side. And I may scoot this over just a little bit, because when I put this, if I put it over here where I'd really like to have it, it looks like the card's a little bit off center, but maybe that's what I want. But right now I don't think so. So we're going to scoot this over just a little bit. So I'm going to start now with my layout. I'm going to put this a little bit closer to the center of the card. All I'm going to do is, let me think, here we go, we're on the side. All I'm going to do is put some Stampin' Seal on it, and I'm just going to go a little bit closer. I'm going to switch sides on this one. Try to get it even from the top to the bottom. There we go. So that's a little bit even. And then I'm just going to put something on the side here. And then I'm going to adhere it all the way down. So this is coming right here. So this is what it's going to look like when I put it on my card. And this stuff adheres so well that when you try to take it off, sometimes it tears the designer series paper. Now all I'm doing is putting my adhesive down after I put the pieces on top. Love all these greens. They are just beautiful. All right, so this is the front part of my card for my sketch. Then I'm going to bring in my textured shimmer, and I am using my liquid glue, and all I'm going to do is, this one is quite goopy. I'm just dotting all the circles, and then I'm going to go around and do the outside. And I'm not even squeezing it. This is how goopy it is. And then I'm just going to go around the outside. And then I'm just going to take it and place it over top, and then drop it right into place. There we go. So this is just what the front part of our card looks like. I really like it. I just think that it is so beautiful. Then we're just going to take our flower, and the flower comes from the Hello Irresistible designer series paper. It's 6x6. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful paper. This is just one of my favorite stamps, and it is on the online exclusive. And boy, I tell you, I love the colors. I love being able to cut everything out with the die. And I just think that this is just, it has to be one of my favorites. I have been using this so much that I don't have a lot of the designer series paper, and I tell you, before it goes, I want more. And I'm just putting that down at the bottom. Now, I put 3 dimensionals on this flower, and then I put 5 little teeny tiny dimensionals on the back of these. So these are like wings. All right, so that's what we have so far. Now we need to go to the inside part of our card and stamp it. So what I brought in was the Petal Pink. And I have the beautiful flower, and it is foam rubber. Love it, love it, love it. There we go. And all I'm doing is just 3 times so you get just a really nice, flow as far as a flower goes. I then am bringing in my thank you, which is also part of the Irresistible blooms. So here's the thank you, and I'm doing the thank you in Lost Lagoon. The big flower I did was right here. When you are talking about the dies, I mean, there are leaves in there, both kinds of leaves that you can die cut. It has both of these big and smaller flowers that you can die cut. I mean, it's just fabulous. The only thing I have not used is this in the back, and I need to get going on that because I love this. So we are bringing in our Lost Lagoon, and we are just going to stamp this. Now, one of the reasons that I like to stamp this before I put on my front is because you can always make a mistake. And when you do make a mistake, like I did on my first one, where you have this great big ink blotch right down here, you want to be able to flip your card over. So that's one of the biggest things. So before you have that, because if it didn't work out, then all I would have to do is this, and then I could add this on top. And you'd never know that there's any stamping that was done underneath. So that's one of my favorite things. All right, then we're just going to adhere this to the top, add our embellishments, and we are done. This looks so much better than the other one. Now, there are some sticky spots on here, and if you do have sticky spots, okay, from your glue, get out your embossing buddy from your embossing kit and just tap it. All right, and it takes away the stickiness of the glue. And I know that I have a little bit over here. And you can also take out your adhesive eraser, which looks like something like this. I got all mine from Stampin' Up. Oops. And then I cut them in fourths. And now the only place you can get them is on Amazon. So I have that. So that will help you out with your sticky stuff. And then I'm just bringing in my tweezers for my flat pearls. And all I'm going to do is stick one right here in the middle. Oops, let's try this one more time. Let me see if I can get it off. Good. I'm going to stick this one up because it's a smaller one. This one down in the corner. And then what I'm going to do is bring out one of my big ones to stick right here in the middle. All right, and as you can see, these are like 2 different cards. The pearls really add something different to them. And again, I love the textured shimmer. So that is our card number 1. Love it. Just love it. So now let me get everything out of the way so I can get the next card ready for you. Now we have another, I think this is another online exclusive. This is what my next card looks like. You can see that there's a white little basket of flowers. I did happy birthday with it. I added some of the woven metallic ribbon. Okay, and this is Orchid Oasis. This is the new Garden Meadow stamp set and die. Absolutely beautiful. I am really getting excited to either do the gates or the wagon. Love it. And then it also comes with a Meandering Meadows Designer Series paper. And again, it is 6x6. I used my Versamark. I did my embossing buddy, then my Versamark, and then my white embossing powder to create this center. It is stamped from the Orchid Oasis cardstock by the Decorative Circle. And here's how I laid this out. I don't know if you can really see it very well, but here's the basket, and up and down here is the happy birthday. Let me see if I turn this over, if you can get it better. There you go. And that's what I did when I stamped it in the Versamark. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. The last thing that I did is that there are raindrops in the back. I just wanted to add a little bit of the Northwest on here, so I added some raindrops, and then I finished them off with some of the 2022-2024 in color pearls. I used the big ones down below, and then I used the smaller ones just on the cardstock itself. All right, so let's get ourselves started. We're going to do the exact same thing. I forgot to show you, but inside I just have a water pitcher that is planting some water, and I didn't get a chance to finish it, saying thinking of you because it is your birthday, and just the boots at the bottom. So that's how I created the whole thing. So I am taking, and I already have this done, so I'm just going to adhere it to the middle of the card. And sometimes I like to do the middle of the card first before I do the outside, because then I like to be able to adhere it to the front, give it a nice little embellishment. See, you know, you don't have to adhere it right away, but you want to be able to stamp it so it looks good. Then I am just creating, I think I'm going to go with this here. I'm going to add the purple. This is the Highlander Heather on the side, and then I'm going to add this over to the other side. There you go. And again, I'm trying to just look at it so it can be even with this in the middle. Now, how I created this, I'm bird walking now, is that I just wrapped the ribbon around all 4 fingers. I did it twice, and then I don't know if you can see, but there's a piece of Scotch tape, and all I did was tape it down. Then I took one of my foam adhesive pads and I made a great big backing, and I made sure that I also got some of my ribbon to tie it down. So that's how I did that. Very, very, very simple. So again, I'm just going to take this and put it to the side of this, tried to get it right in the middle. There you go, about halfway. Again, it's crooked. Boy, I really love all this crooked stuff. And then taking this one, and again, I'm trying to make sure that it's even. There you go, and adhering it down. And then I'm going to adhere everything down. There you go. Probably don't have to use so much adhesive. There we go, right in the middle of the page. All right. Then I am just going to take my glue because I do not want any of my raindrops to get flattened. And again, you don't need a whole bunch. And this is just going on the front. Again, I like to take my corners and kind of feel like I'm stretching them. And then adding my Orchid Oasis with the white embossing powder. These, I like this because they frayed just a little bit. I really like that way that that looked. And so now, here's what you have. Again, with the inside, just thinking of you. Love it. But the only, yes, I do. Hold on. I gotta make sure that I put the last couple of I'm going to put this on the outside. And again, put this one over here. Nice. And these are the in color pearls. And there you go. So that is all that we have today, with the exception of one more card. So what I did today is that I decided I wanted to do something for the Be Mine. This is brand new. It's coming out in the new catalog, but I just wanted it to be fun. And so this is the Designer Series paper. You have the wonderful little hearts. It comes with hearts and flowers. This is the bee, and it has a punch. And even though they're hearts, they also look like wings. And then I have his little buzzing, and you make my heart buzz. And this is going to be great because I think that you can get it on a little wobble thing, and I think it's just going to be so stinking cute. Back here is the Time Warm Type. I just put that on the back so you could have that. And then on the inside, this is a Valentine's card. And I just wanted it to look like the bee was running all over the place, just so happy, so in love, leaving the little hearts behind. And that's the new, one of the new stamps that are coming out. This is like stinking cute. Really, it is so sweet. And the colors are just so nice. It has the pool party, the petal pink, and the bee. I don't know if you can see the bee. The bee shimmers because I put some Winkostella on it. Pool party, there's black. There is Daffodil Delight. This is Sorbet, something sorbet, I can't remember what it is. And then you also have the black and the Daffodil Delight. So I hope you like that. So these are my cards today. So they are just something that I really enjoy sharing with you. Quite fun. And I just really appreciate you being here. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sharing some time with me. And thank you so much for supporting my habit. I really love creating cards, and I love making cards for you. I would love to see what you come up with. So you guys take care. I'll talk to you again next Wednesday. Thank you for your patience. Bye-bye.